basketball with Colin. Um, but yeah, I am. I'm thinking about the driver's license thing. Um, it is. But I'm gonna be honest. Uh, everybody that I know has their license. Um, everybody who takes a test, they might fail it the first time, but everybody gets their license, So just do everything smoothly. And you know what? If I do make a mistake, and it feels bad, I'll probably tell the driver instructor and be like, hey sir, I know that I can do that better. I know that I messed up, but I know what I did wrong. May I please try again? I know that was not my best. Like say, I was parallel parking or whatever. And you know what? He might be like, I think depending who he is, but I feel like a lot of people. Well, I feel like if it's a older gentleman, maybe even woman, that they might be like, you know what, kid? All right, let's see if you can do it. Let's see if you can do it. But I think most importantly is being smooth. I would like to, if I'm driving, I would like to be following somebody, like say, but do everything smooth stop, smooth thing. But man, it's just, I just really, I need to watch my speed. I do know that. Man, I really hope I pass. I mean, it's something that I have never had my driver's license. Like, to be honest, I mean, I wish I could I would pay $500 to not take the test and just get my license. Well, to be honest, I would probably go for it once. Then I would go for it twice, and if I still can't get it, I would be like, okay, you know what? I'll pay a fee. I'll pay $500. I want to drive, and but so far I can think of three friends of mine who all went and got their license and got it on the first try. All of them got it on the first try. I can think of 4 actually. No, well, all right. So one of my friends, he actually took a permit test. He did a driver's test for his permit, and like an actual vehicle test. But when he got his license, he did not have to do the vehicle test. I can't imagine you having to do a vehicle test. I don't know, but man, I'm really hoping, man. I'm really hoping. Yeah, because I just want to, of course, because of work reasons, I want to get my license. Like, if I'm going to, I've had to rely on my own legs to get to places. I've had to rely on other people to get to places, and enough is enough. No, really, enough is enough. Having to Uber, and oh my gosh. I mean, it sucks when it sucks when I remember walking to my local grocery store or to get to work, and it would take me 45 minutes to get there. But if I had a car it would take me 8 minutes to get there. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? I mean, I've like, you know, having the freedom to just being able to having the freedom to be like, you know what, I'm gonna get out of the house, where a lot of times I was stuck inside of the house. I was doing nothing, and I'm like, yeah, no. Yeah, but yeah, I cannot tell you how many times, like me as well. I only at my dad's house. I get out of the house by, you know, on a nice sunny day. You know, I'll walk into town. But if it is not a nice sunny day, I'm not getting out of the house. I might get the mail, but that's about it. And it's just, you know, and a major reason that I would say, girlfriend, that I don't have a girlfriend is because of not having a license. How am I supposed to go on dates? How am I supposed to do those things, you know? You really can't. You can't. Yeah, and my friend Anton has told me time and time again, that is not a valid, that is not a valid, reason, and it's like, it kind of is. Like, at least he had a excuse. He has his license now, but he said that, you know, I got a I got a girlfriend and license, and I don't have a license. But he actually had a excuse. It was because of green card reasons and things like that. And but yeah, but yeah, guys, but yeah, you know. Well, I do need to get up at. I need to be online, for the to sign up. Hopefully I get in. At 7 a.m. That's when you can claim spots and things like that, and it needs to be between 3 to 4 o'clock. So, yeah, but if I do get my license, then we have to discuss insurance. And see, I don't have a problem with insurance, but I don't have a job right now. So I have some money in the bank, but it's, I mean, I guess we'll get to that boat when we get to that boat. Because I really don't want to get insurance and then be like, yeah, so yeah, you know what, I will not get insurance until even if I have my license, I will not get insurance until I have a job. So not, because I could risk the fact of what you call it, not driving without insurance, because then what was the point of because that's kind of illegal. I mean, it's a huge ass fine, and then driver record and all that stuff. There's so many, like, there's a lot of teenagers who actually drove without insurance and license and all that stuff, and it's like, wow. But anyways, But let's see here. Um, but yeah, you know, if I can go without, um, but yeah, I could pay for insurance without having a job. But the scary thing is, you know, how long am I going to be? Because I would be almost committed to paying at that point. What if I go? What if I go, you know, 1 month without insurance, and then, you know, I'm still paying for gas, and but I feel like, you know, my brother has this baseball practice that ends at 10 o'clock, and um and um and my dad hates hates he alright, I'm stumbling on my words again. He hates picking him up at that hour. Like, you know, it is kind of a ridiculous hour, especially on a school night practice ending at 10. But it really is pretty crazy. Because his bedtime, I think on school nights, is 10 p.m. So when practice just ends at 10, yeah. But anyways, if I have my license and I don't have insurance, I I feel like I feel like he might actually help me pay for my insurance until I get a job specifically so I could pick up my brother at after baseball practice. He might. And if you guys understand where I'm coming from. So which that would be helpful if he say he pays for half in the first month. Now what he might do is the $5,000 that he's giving me for a car, maybe he'll tap into that fund. Which I would tell him, no, it's fine. I'll wait until I get a job. I don't want to tap into that fund. You know, I want to make sure that I'm, you know, and he might be the well, all right. You know what? I'll pay for your first month. All right. And I'll pay for your first month, or he might say you know, half. I don't know. Maybe we can work up to something. But if I'm able, but he hates picking up my brother at 10 p.m. because he usually goes to bed at 9 o'clock, but I think he starts reading at 9 o'clock. But I believe between 9:30 and 9:45 he cuts the lights, you know. So if I'm able to pick him up, he might try to push me along so I can do that. So but yeah, anyways, moving on. I've been thinking more and more about this New Hampshire, Massachusetts move and the condo, and I was talking to my grandparents briefly about it, but and I was trying to tell them, you know, I'm not actually doing it. I might consider it in like 4 or 5 years, but 4 or 5 years, whatever it is, but I'm not doing that now. And my grandpa was trying to tell me the well, there's condos here for $120,000, which is, it's not the point. I don't want to like live by myself. That would be very stupid of me, because why would I pay money, a good amount of money, when I can live with my parents? And I'm quite happy living with my parents right now, at least at my dad's house. but that would be not so smart of me, because you know I should be saving my money at this moment for a down payment in the future. The only reason that I would get a condo in New Hampshire, Massachusetts is because of I don't have any family there. It's like, so, but that would be a point when I would probably do that in like 3 years or something like that. That's, but um yeah, my grandma was saying no, please don't move away, Curtis. Thing, we don't see you guys enough as it is, and you live right next to us or something like that. I don't know. And which it was actually starting to feel a little bit uncomfortable, because I'm trying to tell him, you know, this is not happening like right now. This is I'm just kind of looking into it, you know, and if I do this, it's not going to be for years. I mean, it's like, but I do have to. First of all, I am not staying in Illinois. All right, if I had to say between 3 to 5 years, I do not think I will be in Illinois. If anything, I would be at like the maybe Wisconsin border or whatever, but just out of Illinois. But what you call it? But yeah, but I don't think I would be. I don't think I would be in New Hampshire all too long, and I can't say that for certain, because you know, well, when you move somewhere and you're happy where you are, you're like, okay, but like I told you guys yesterday, the you know, this is the perfect like background noise for talking. If I'm silent, you can hear it a little bit. But anyways, the Call of Duty and Infinite Warfare background noise title screen. Okay, anyways, moving on. But yeah, or continuing on, or whatever. But I feel like I would be there. I feel like I would be over at New Hampshire, Massachusetts, whatever. Only I feel like I would be there for like 5 years. And then I would be like, okay, you know what? Let's move somewhere a little bit warmer. Actually, what would be smart would be to work in Illinois for 3 years with the Postal Service, and then when I get those 20-day vacation time, then I move to make my move up north, and I'm there for a little bit. So then that vacation time, during the cold winter months of probably more like January, February, March, I would probably take a vacation like each month. If I still have friends in Florida, I would probably visit them, and I would try to escape that cold. But I would have 20 days of vacation. So I would probably use, in January, I would use 5 days, get out of the cold. I would use another 5 days in February. I would probably use another 5 days in March. Yeah. So then, but remember, I only have 20. I don't think I need to do that many vacations. Because vacations cost a lot of money. I would probably do. Let's make it 2. All right. and 2, and then we can make it like 6 days or something, and then 12, and then the rest you can just kind of scatter around, I guess, you know. But definitely doing some type of vacations to escape that cold. I would probably want to at least once a year visit the old town of where I live. I'm not gonna say where I live, but where I live, and you know, go to the same restaurants, and you know, go to my old work and kind of see some people and see who's still around, and yep. Reason why I started editing highlights. I was reading a Instagram post. We have been here for some time. For the Bears, Trubisky's leaving. Kyle Fuller. I almost got a Kyle Fuller. I can't believe he's leaving. I almost got a Kyle Fuller autograph. So far, the autographs that I have of my Chicago teams: Kyle Hendricks, I think Tim Anderson. See here, I have Kobe White, which he's still on the team. Kyle Hendricks. Who is that? Ian Happ, and I have Tim Anderson. Yeah. Good night. I really need a drink of water. Where did I put my cup? Where did I put my cup? I do not see my cup anywhere in sight. Alright, I'm going to go upstairs and get my cup. So, well, yeah, it's actually a little crazy, but I mean, the Bears 2018 team is losing, you know, well, some of its guys, and the 2016 Cubs team, I mean, a lot of them is still there. I mean, a good bunch of them. But I mean, if we lose Hicks, I mean, we're just going to. But I think what they're doing, I mean, mine's as well at this point rebuild mode, go into rebuild mode. I mean, mine's as well. Excuse me. But I mean, a lot of the, like, it's for cap space reasons. I mean, MLB does not have a cap. I mean, why does NFL need, like, I don't know, man. But yeah, so I'm waking up at 6:45 in the morning, and then I am going to try to book a appointment at 7 o'clock, and and then I still have quite some time to do whatever I want, you know, for the day. So I'm going to go out for breakfast at I'm going to go out for breakfast somewhere near that time. Well, I'll do either two things. You know what I might actually do? I might actually have a protein bar, and start walking to Planet Fitness, go work out. I'll probably stop at McDonald's for a premium roast coffee, because I mean, why not? I mean, you know, I can either go to Starbucks and get a coffee for I can go to Starbucks and get a premium roast, whatever you want to call it, black coffee for like what, like $2.50, $3, or I can go to McDonald's, and it is on the way. So I would like to have the coffee slightly earlier, but yeah, because actually I had coffee here, ground coffee, but I ran out, which actually that coffee lasted a long time. So I'll do that. I'll work out, and I'm not going to be working out too much. I don't know if I'm doing arm and chest, because I do have tendonitis on my right shoulder, and doctor said that I should he said that I should like not work out with it for a week. I might work out with it on Saturday, and by that point that would be like 3-4 days, so hopefully that's good enough. So what I would be doing is I would be mostly doing ab stuff. I might do some loose workout with the arm and chest. I mean, but I'm going to try to keep it light. I don't know. We'll see. I do know that I do want to work on abs. I haven't been doing a lot of that. I've been doing more arm and chest. So, but we'll see. I don't know if I want to go that early, but I mean, see, you know, this is the problem. The problem is that I'm always looking at the weather because I know I'm walking. See, you know, if I'm in a car, it don't matter what the weather is. It's going to be 30 degrees at 8 a.m. Now, if I wait till like 11 or 12, it's going to be a whole like 13 degrees warmer by 8 a.m. Then it'll be at the prime at like 3 or 4. I don't know. 30 degrees ain't too bad. Oh, we'll see. $30 ain't too bad. If it's above freezing. But if I'm up at 7 a.m., I'm going to want coffee or something, like, right when I wake up. That's one of the first things I do. I guess I might have some ice water or something, but I'll try to book the appointment and, yeah, I don't like having to wake up this early. Oh, it's already 10:50. I can't go to bed too late. But yeah, just being able to run a quick errand or something like that. I mean, it's a lot of times I remember the my stepdad saying and he still does the if I don't do anything for him, you know, or help him out with something, or I don't know, just I don't know, if I don't do the dishes or whatever, don't ask me to go anywhere or something like that. Okay, don't ask me to go anywhere, and it's like, huh? Because I guess getting out of the house is like a privilege or something. Which it'll be nice to actually, you know, be like, hey guys, I don't mean to flex, but if I'm able to, like, my say stepdad is gone, mom is gone, and everybody is at the house, and I'm like, all right, you know what, lunch, I'm gonna get a bite to eat, guys. Yeah, and they're like, we want something, and it's like, yeah, well, you were kind of a jerk to me, like 20 minutes ago, or you know, I could actually be like, say I want the TV or something, and I'm like, yeah, so am I gonna be able to get that TV, or well, yeah. I don't know, but it's I'm not a rude guy. I usually get my brother something if I'm going somewhere. I mean, but I just really hope I pass. I mean, but I am also looking at it in a perspective. You know, say I have 3 tries, which I do. I even have like 4 or 5 tries, I believe. But think of it as 3 tries. You have three strikes, and you're in baseball. All right. You swing and miss. You know, strike 1. You're still up to bat. It's almost normal, to get to strike 1. So I'm thinking of it as, you know, strike 1. You know, if you get your license and first try, you know, I guess I don't want to say beyond expectations, but you know, Like, you know, very well done, very well done. Second try, the knew you could do it. I knew you could do it. Third time's the charm. Fourth time is like, like, um, you clutched it, right? Fifth try is like, if you don't get it here, I don't know what's happening. Because I think if it gets to that point, where you're going for your fifth try, you have to wait 2 weeks and pay a $7 test fee. But that's at the fifth try, so hopefully it doesn't come. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. But I mean, really think about it. Everybody gets their license, so yeah, I'm not the only one, you know. But here's the thing: I'm not 16 years old. I'm 20 years old. So me needing my license is kind of like you know, I really need it. I really need it. You know, it's just I've waited so long. Like I cannot imagine. I can imagine it, but I don't want to. But I've been there where I have not had my license. You know, where I've walked with my own legs getting to work. You know, my life is like waiting for me. You know, I need my license. You guys have no idea. And what's funny too is that my brother, I mean, my brother Jeremiah, he has not like experienced what I've experienced, like really at all. I mean, and I know no two people is the same, but he has not, like, I don't know, did he at Mom's house? Did he ever walk with me and like we might have walked to Starbucks once, something together. I maybe, I don't know, but I mean, walking to work or something. I mean, I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, I would like to, you know, drive to the gym, like just drive into town where, like sometimes sometimes when I'm in the car, and I'm going past the sidewalk, like looking at the sidewalk. I'm not like driving like through the sidewalk, but when I'm in the car or passenger seat or driver's seat, and I look at the I look at the sidewalk, and I'm like, wow, just and I think to myself, or say it, and I'm like, wow, I would still be in our neighborhood right now, and it's just, you know, so. But yeah, I know that I should get some sleep. So, you know, if I was not doing my driver's test today, and actually, I have a possible job opportunity, and they're supposed to let me know by tomorrow. So, I wonder what's going to be happening with that. Me personally, I think I killed the interview, but then they did find out that I didn't have a driver's license. Low-key, they kind of did. I don't know if I told you about this, but I'm not gonna get into it. But man, I killed that interview. I really did. But I do regret, and I told you guys this. I had two options, either, and I'm just going to tell you, I had two options: Mariano's or Jewel. And let's just say if I chose Jewel, I would probably still have a job right now, and I would probably be pretty happy with that job. And now the scary thing is that the scary thing is now that I don't want to get this job at I could try to reapply and all those sorts of things, but if I get the job there, or I have other things going for me, I don't want to say it's my first day coming up on blah blah blah, and then turns out that I got this other job, and I'm like, I'm sorry guys, because it is a good gig, but if I chose Jewel, I would have been able to, like, I would have a paycheck coming in, like, still. I'm still living off of Costco, guys. I'm still living off of Costco. I'm living off of work that I did in December. I mean, which does show you how well that I saved money, but I'm really hoping that I get this post office gig, because that is a livable wage, and but yeah, I am like I told you guys, and I'm saying that quote quite a bit, but I am thinking about that $120,000 condo, and actually it's sold in 2015 for $99K in 2015. So what the hell happened in why is it suddenly like $21,000 more? I mean, you could say it was because of, look at the two presidents that came in. I mean, you could say that if you wanted to get into politics. I mean, in house values go down, which is good for a buyer. I mean, in 2015, and then a good president comes up, like that's a huge investment. If you're if you bought the house for 99K and then you're selling it for 120, which I would try to negotiate on that, but there was other houses, really, or condos I should say. The $120,000 one would really be perfect for me. That would be the best choice. It's the cheapest. There's a lake behind it, and where you can go kayaking and fishing and all that good stuff, or just plain have a good view. There's another one that has 2 bed and a bath and quite a bit of room, and that one is selling for like 190 something. And then there's a even better one, and that's like another $100,000. But if it's just me, a $120,000 house or condo would be the best bet. If I got the other condo, the slightly better one, which has 2 bed, 1 bath or whatever. Now here's the thing. I could that other bed could be for a future, or a guest room, which if my parents wanted to visit, or something like that, or if my grandparents wanted to visit, I guess, but that would be good for, but there's a lot of room in that house, at least from the angles that they sent, which I'm sure they do that, but, the other house that I saw, which that was like 200 something. That was a condo that yeah, which is really nice, but I don't need it. You know, the best bet is probably the $120,000, because the whole point of me going over there and living over there is basically to save money. So I should really now investing in New Hampshire, that's not the place to be investing, because they tax quite a bit on investments. I think like they tax 5% on, and that's on long-term investments, I think. So on short-term, I don't know, but there's better places to invest if you want to go into that. So I think what I should do, and you know, being in the post office, I can't babysit on with the stock market. I mean, it takes babysitting. I mean, you can make good money, but what I'll probably do is just save money. Save money over there. Just save. Try to save as much as I can, and then you know, I'll try to do side things such as, you know, collecting sneakers, or now see, that is the time to take advantage of the sales tax. If you buy something, you don't have to pay sales tax. So if I want to buy you know, sneakers or whatever to resell, you know, hold on to them and things like that, you know, sneakers, or just collectible values, like the designer clothing stuff like Supreme and Nike and Yeezys and all that. You know, buying low and sell high, and that's a really good time to do that. You know, buying, I don't know how the buying vehicles are, but you know, buying a classic car and reselling it and things like that. But yeah, that's I can be doing that type of stuff, but I would probably say, you know, save money, and then see, you know, it is tough, you know. It's tough when you, because I have time now to mess with stocks, which I have not been really paying attention to stocks right now. I just really haven't. There's this one stock that I have that is just absolutely tanking. I looked at a 3-month graph, and it had a trend of going up down, and I thought I was buying at quite a low spot. well, it hit a record low. Within a 3-month, really, it hit pretty low. So it went from, last time I saw it, I bought it at 14.08, and it went to like 12.86 or 12.12. I don't know, quite low. So, and luckily I only bought 100 shares, so that was good. But yep. But yeah, I don't know how low that I can get that. Now, you know, I'm not buying that certain property now, but I don't know, I'm just kind of caught up with it. But if I did buy the house, I would try to buy the house in the springtime, because I don't think I would like to I don't think I would like to buy the house at like, you know, I would not want to experience a New Hampshire winter. I would not want to witness a New Hampshire winter, or like right away. So I would probably try to buy the house at around this time. April would be very rainy, but I would probably try to buy. I would probably try to buy around like March, April, May, you know, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, but it'll be pretty good if I can get an appointment tomorrow, but the deadline needs to be 3 o'clock, so, and I don't have to go for Friday if I you know, if I can't get anything tomorrow, that's fine. Now I will not be able to get anything for Sunday or Monday because the DMVs are closed. Not like a director, not like a trade store. But yeah, like, I am looking forward to, you know, over here, summers are always really fun. Summers are always fun over at my dad's house. Oh, we have campfires, we have things like that, and now I do remember I was not able to. All right, I'll be straight with you guys. You know, I do drink, and do I just remembered I have my shit. So for the driver's test, you need your birth certificate. My birth certificate. Damn it. My birth certificate is at my mom's house and I'm at my dad's. I don't know. I'll have to try to figure that out. Maybe she can drop off like a copy of it or something. I don't know. But anyways, the what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I do drink. And I am 20 years old, so, but I mean, let's be real. Like, a lot of people do that. But I was not able to drink at all during the summer. I was not able to redo my drinking privileges till my birthday of September something. I'm not gonna say what, but it really sucked. I mean, I went to so many campfires where and everybody was drinking. And then here's Curtis with a water or something like that, or a soda. I mean, ugh, man, and I'll tell you why. And it was actually, I paid my dues. I paid my punishment. If I was revoked of my drinking privileges for 1 month, I would probably say it was worth it. Wait on. I'm gonna stretch a little bit, just because. Oh, I cracked my shoulder. Not good. Okay. So what happened? I can't believe I did this, but so I was. Oh my gosh. So I was over at my friend's house. It was one of those fun nights, fun. Not yet summer nights, but it was nearing summer. I think I did this in like maybe. I think I did it in like May, and I, what you call it, and I went over to my friend's house, and I think I had one beer, and I had a I'm bringing back memories, and I had a shot of tequila, but I really didn't have. Oh no, I had one shot of tequila that I could handle, and then another shot of tequila that I was practically spitting out because it was way too strong. And then it was starting to get more dark, and then here's this one neighbor, and he's drunk. He's being an absolute dick to a older lady over there, and that's not really the reason, but anyways, so he's sitting on this, and it was actually it could have ended bad, but he this neighbor guy, and he's probably like 50 years old maybe, all right, like late 40s, lower 50s, and he's sitting on this gazebo thing, and I did call it a ledge, but it's not a ledge. It's a shelving. Like he was sitting on it, and I asked my friend Robert, should I push him off of it? And just as a joke, and he's like, yeah, do it. And I run up to him, I push him off, and last second I hesitated, and I was holding on to his arms because I was hesitating, and I'm like, no, this ain't right. But then I'm like, I gotta book it, and I pushed him off, and I just sprinted out of there, and he's yelling, he's like, bah, bah, bah. And my friends told me that he right off the bat he asked me, I mean he asked everybody, he asked everybody how old I was. Yeah, he asked everybody how old is this kid. He was basically asking am I old enough? Am I old enough to get my ass beat? And I bucked it out of there. Because one thing is that I know this neighborhood. I've lived in this neighborhood my whole life, so I know how to kind of maneuver around. We have a little bit of woods over here, back roads over here, you know. But this dude was actually walking around the neighborhood, looking for me to beat my ass. Yeah, so I went all around the neighborhood, and then it's like the penny drop. All right, my two friends find me, and they're telling me that you cannot be seen by this guy. He wants to kill you. He is extremely pissed off. Yeah, and And so they're telling me to, I go back to Robert's house, and their family doesn't really know. Like, they live nearby where it happened, but I also knew that safe. I also knew that I was safe there. That there was a Mexican gathering over there. I mean, and that that family loves me. I've known them for years and years. You know, like literally, I've known them since I was in like 5th grade, 4th grade. I mean, so if that guy tried to come for me over there, or all of those Mexican guys, I shouldn't say Mexican guys. All of those guys would have had my back. He would not have been able to lay a single finger on me over there, or because they would have had my back. I mean, there would have been like 3, 4, 5 guys over there. There's no way he would have been able to get to me over there. So I so let's hear what happened after that. And actually over by the party, first of all, my friends were there, and they told my friend's family, you know, what happened or whatever. And dude, I was a freaking hero over there. I was literally like, I was popular at that party. I was getting high fives from everybody. Knuckles, you know, being, because I guess apparently Robert and Anton thought that he was making fun of my stuttering. I kind of went with it. I didn't hear him. I didn't notice that. I kind of went with him because, first of all, I trust my friends. They're my 2 best friends of like all time. So I'm like, oh shoot, did he say that? That's not the reason I did it, but I mean, let's go with that. but I mean, I'm not even kidding. I had my 15 minutes of fame over at my friend's house at that party. And it was a family gathering. It wasn't like a teenage party. It was like a family. There was aunts, uncles, and all that stuff. And now my dad heard about it, and he was pissed off. It was one of those moments like you know, my son, what the fuck did you just do? Get your ass, get your ass inside. I'm starting a lot, but and then I told my dad a little bit later, and I'm like, hey, I started this. Let me finish this. I know what I have to do, you know. And I left the house. I left the house. Then he did eventually call me. He's like, Curtis, hey Curtis, actually, but he saw me walk out of the door. But then we negotiated a time for me to come back later on the phone. I think it was like 11:35, and I told him midnight. Oh, yeah, you know what, midnight. I'll be back at midnight, okay? And he's like, okay, midnight. So, and I ended up heading back at midnight, and I hung out with my friend Anton. He joined me at my house. And actually, oh yeah, I actually called up the dude. I called my stepmom because she was sitting next to the dude, and I told her. It was very dramatic, and I'm like, and I'm like, hey, you know, I forgot what the dude's name is, to be honest. But man, that was one long night. Actually, there was more stuff after that that happened. But I said that what you call it, let's say his name is Brian, all right? Or no, I know somebody who was a cool guy named Brian, and he died, so let's not use that name. All right, there's a Arnold Palmer can next to me, so let's say Arnold. Now Arnold Palmer is cool, but like the actual golfer Arnold Palmer. So no disrespect to you, Arnold. But all right, so Arnold, the drunk guy, hey, I call him up. Well, actually, I call up my stepmom who's near him. It was dramatic, like I said before. And I'm like, hey, hey, Carrie, is Brian there? And she's like, yeah, he's sitting right next to me. And I'm like, can you put Arnold on the phone, please? And she's like, okay. And I'm talking to Arnold, and I'm like, hey, Arnold, I'm sorry, this is me. I must have said, I wasn't thinking. It was a teenager moment. I apologize. Next round is on me. And he's like, okay, that's fine. Just go home now. Stay home. Don't come back out. Go to bed. And all that. And I'm like, okay, sounds good. All right, bye. And then it was like that. And I thought it was all over from there. And I'm like, oh shoot. See, I felt pretty proud, and I owned up to it. The Mexicans love me, and I fixed my problem. I'm chill. I have my 15 minutes of fame. It's all great. So, and then and actually, man, I need more water. Alright guys, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. Okay. But alright, so where was I? I got some water. I got some water. Went to the bathroom. I'm ready to go. So let's see here. So I thought everything was cool. So I go back to my place at midnight with Anton. Soon follows. He said hang out. He wanted to hang out somewhere. Check in at the gazebo and see what the vibes were. And he was there for like I think 15 minutes, and then he came back to my house, and we were chilling for about 45 minutes. Oh, I actually did a oh no, and then it was around 1 a.m. I think, or 12:30. I don't know. It was something, and he said that he wanted to check at the gazebo, and oh, this was coming back from Robert's house, I think, and then I did a loose follow, and Anton was super protective of me that night. He really was. He was very, very protective of me that night. All right, Anton is a like very he's a beast compared to me. I mean, he's a lot stronger. He's a lot yeah. And he told me that I'm gonna walk in towards the gazebo, stay back. So I kind of watched, observed. Nobody saw me. And it was at nighttime. If it wasn't pitch black, it was pretty close to pitch black. And the mood was that I was a stupid idiot, and I better be at home. And yeah, but so then I went back to my house. He soon followed. Yeah, so and then actually so we went back home, and then we actually took a walk with my stepmom and dog, and we were actually walking around the neighborhood, and then into downtown. But well, we didn't go all the way downtown. But actually, on our way, in the neighborhood, we saw a drunk Arnold on a hammock, and he was just not there. All right, and then the whatever we call it. So then I don't know. My stepmom kind of helped him inside. He was saying some not appropriate things to her at the time, I heard. But anyways, what happened next? So what happened next? So I'm trying to think. So we were walking, had a good time walking towards downtown. We didn't go fully down. I don't know if I said that before. And then we started heading back. Now the next day, I had some consequences. I was not cool with my dad, and he told me that I am not able to drink till I was 21. Like, not one sip of alcohol, which actually that didn't happen, I don't think, until it turned out that turned out that Arnold's ankle was swollen, and he can barely walk. So my dad was freaking out. I was freaking out. We were thinking that we might have to lawyer up. then my mom got involved. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, really? And I'm thinking, dude, dude, he just fell back. I mean, but we have to think he's not an old man, but he's getting there. I mean, me, a young guy, you know, if I get pushed back, it's really no big deal, you know. But so we were trying to figure that out, because I had a conversation the previous night and turned out that everything was kind of Gucci and we came to an understanding, and then turned out that we didn't, and whatever. And then he had work on Monday. Oh no, I think it was a holiday on a Monday. But he couldn't go in to work on Tuesday. One day going, he could not go in, and then the next day he did end up going in. But I mean, it was a real mess. One of the neighbors knew the wife of him, and she knew me for a very long time. The neighbor who was friends with Arnold's wife, so she kind of walked over there, kind of scoped it out a little bit, kind of see what the mood was. She was kind of like the mid talker, and they were thinking about contacting the police and filing a police report. That's something that I don't want to happen, obviously, and we're like, oh, would rather not have that happen. And then my dad went over there, which he didn't want to, but he was kind of seeing what the mood was like over there. And then and we turned out that everybody kind of just let it be, which was a very, very good thing for me. So I got very lucky. But now I don't think that I gotta clean this off real quick. I have drink on the counter. On a wooden countertop. On a wooden countertop. Yes, Curtis? No. Now, did I get my shirt dirty for trying to wipe out that water? We'll wash it. It'll be in the wash anyways. So, anyways. Saying anyways, my throat is a little sore by, you know, talking a lot. Wow, this story is quite long, isn't it? But this is... Alright, so my 15 minutes of fame is over. That was actually talked about quite a bit. I mean, for a month after. I mean, and my friends, Robert... Alright, Robert is the Mexican, and with his family, and then Anton, at the time, was like my no 0.1 friend, but the Mexican dad, I mean, every single time you know, walk past him or whatever, or the families for a month after, maybe even 2 months after, or they always brought up the brought up the Arnold incident. They always brought it up. You know, talk to Arnold. Have you talked to Arnold? You know, blah blah blah. You know, and you know, things like that, and you know, which was kind of cool. But after a time, I'm like, yeah, let's not talk about that. But I mean, they did not forget about that. That was kind of the highlight. But now, because of that one incident, my dad banned me. Which turned out that not until my next birthday, I'm able to drink, which which my birthday is in September, and at this point, let's say, shortly after the incident, it was like May. So I'm like, so I can't drink for the whole entire summer? No. I was like, no. I was like, no. It's not like, so all these campfires, I endured so many campfires and other Mexican parties, and I can't drink, or at least there would be a risk. Um so and I was pretty darn clean in the whole summer. We're talking June, July. Well, actually, alright, so now July 4th comes. Alright? A holiday. So yeah, so and I told my friend Anton, we were closing together, and I told him a week, 2 weeks in advance. So, all right, so my friend Robert, he has this big 4th of July party every single year. All right, and it's the place to be at least for me. You know, they're cooking, they're I shouldn't say cooking, and they're barbecuing, they're drinking. Everybody is just having a blast. It's always it's always it's the place to be, you know. It's almost a tradition for me at that point, to be there on 4th of July. And I told Anton on that hey, you know, I'm drinking no matter what on 4th of July. I mean, and now my dad told me I am not allowed to drink. I'm not allowed to drink. I'm on a no drinking thing. And I'm like, okay. But I told my friend Anton, and I'm like, dude, I gotta drink. It's 4th of July, and I'm like, do you blame me? And he's like, no, I don't. But you better be careful about it. And I'm like, okay. So, and I give Robert's dad $20 for mics, and I told him, you know, keep the change or whatever, but get the biggest pack or whatever. And actually, by the time I get there, which actually I was closing with Anton at Julasco. Oh, shit, I told you guys where I work again. But we got off at around like 7:30 or 8, I think. And then we headed home. And then, did I get changed or not? I might have gotten changed, and then I went straight to Robert's house. And actually there was only like 2 mics left out of the thing. And he said, sorry, Robert's dad, you know, it's a fan favorite or whatever, and I'm like, and I'm like, it's all good, don't worry about it. So, and actually, I also got 2 big boy fireworks, from Wisconsin that I brought over, and it costed a lot of money. It costed like $150, I think, or something like that. Which, you know, it was worth it. It definitely added to the night. But, and then there was fireworks going on near my dad's house. I think my a friend of mine had fireworks too, and he was lighting it up, and I was drinking a mics, and oh shit, Anton didn't even come out of his house yet. And my dad is in the driveway, and I look, and I'm there, and I'm like, and I'm holding the mics right in front of him. I ran over there, and he's like, and he's like, what's in your hand? What's in your hand? And I'm like, oh my gosh, oh. And that was one of the only times, and what so stupid, and actually my dad told me a similar story, but I rushed over there. I wanted to see the fireworks. Everybody was kind of running over there. One of those moments. So dumb. But my dad actually, he had a similar story. When he was younger, or his mom told him to not drive, you know, across this certain busy highway or something, but he went to Dairy Queen, which meant that he did cross over, and he walked inside with Dairy Queen, and she's like you're grounded, and he looks down. And he looks down on it, and he's like, "Oh, damn it," you know. And that was exactly what I did. And what I should have done was that the Anton was coming out of his house around that time, like literally at that time. I should have said oh no, Anton's, it's Anton's. I grabbed it for him, right, Anton? And he would have been like, yeah. Which, if he was out there a little bit sooner, Anton is a pretty smart guy. He could have bailed me out if he walked out a little bit sooner, and be like oh no, see, I'm stuttering again, and fuck, stutters. No, Kevin. And fuck, I can't speak. Okay. No, Kevin. Kurt. No. All right. No, Kevin. Anton would have been like, what? I can't speak today. No, Kevin, and Curtis grabbed it for me. Curtis grabbed the beer for me. All right, that's what I was trying to say. No, Kevin, mine is Curtis grabbed it for me. And my dad is a pretty smart guy as well, so we might have been like yeah, that's bullshit. And Curtis, and I think he actually told me. Dude, that was like one of those, that was a scary moment. I'm not even joking, because what happened next was that, first of all, he told me to hand over the beer, and you're grounded for a week or something like that. And which is quite odd, because how old was I at that time? I was 19 years old. So a 19-year-old being grounded. I don't know if he told me. I think he told me the inside the house, house for the rest of the night. And I actually, when I was handing over the beer, we were both holding on to the bottle. Like, I wanted it back, and he's like, "Let go." And he told me inside the house, and I told him, and this is the only time that I stood up to my dad, and I'm like, no, I'm not going inside on 4th of July, and I started walking away. He said that if you walk away from me, you are not coming back. And I'm like, okay. And and I figured, you know, okay, I'll Uber it to Mom's house. It's gonna cost about $20, but I guess I'll do it. Um, so what do? I go over to Robert's house, and I open up another Mike's beer. um, and actually, the I could not go back over there, so I actually told Anton to go into my garage and grab my big boy fireworks. Um, but I was actually almost I cried a little tiny bit. Honestly, I did a little bit because that was basically I was like, dude. Because actually, I thought this might happen. Because he basically told me that I am no longer welcome at that house and I'm moving in with my mom. And I did not have my driver's license at that time. So I'm thinking, shit. Like my whole life was in Woodstock. My work was in Woodstock. My friends were in Woodstock. I was coaching Colin's baseball team at the time, and I loved doing that, and that was in Woodstock. So if I move in with my mom and I don't have my driver's license and it's about a 25-minute drive, there's no way that I would be able to keep my job in Woodstock, to be able to do my. So I was like, dude, well, my life just got fucked. So, in my viewpoint, so in my viewpoint at that point, you know, mine's as well live it up, because I'm already getting in trouble. My life is already turned upside down, so mine's as well make the most of 4th of July. So that's really what I did. Now, at that moment, my dad was the dick, alright? To the neighbors, too, at that time. Because they're like, yeah, Curtis is 19, it's 4th of July, let the kid drink. That's probably what the area was like. And then I ended up calling my dad back. My friends told me, and both of my friends told me that hey, you know, my house, you can stay at my house, and I'm like, no, involved. I don't want to get you guys involved. This is my mess and things like that. But I told. So, but they're like hey, you know, be a man, talk to your dad, try to work something out. So I called him up, and I'm like, and we actually had a good conversation and a good understanding, and I told him, hey, you know, and he asked me how many beers did I have, and I had 3. But I was saying the but I was saying I had 2, and I have 1 in my hand. And he told me that okay, they have how about you finish that one and you're done drinking for the night. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. And I told him, you know, hey, you know, I'm Colin's baseball coach, you know, my life is in Woodstock, I don't want to live with Mom. I just really wanted to you know, drink on 4th of July, and actually, that was the golden opportunity, because at that moment, we came to an understanding. He was fine with me. He liked me being honest, and I was able to finish my last drink, and things were. That's what I should have done. And actually, my aunt was also over there, and she said that, you know, I could actually come home with her. But I said no, you know, I already had a plan to go to Mom's house. But then it was so stupid that I literally walked up to my dad with the beer in my hand. And there was a line, and I still remember that line. There was a line that you should not cross when you're drinking, and I finished that beer, and I was like, should I have another one? And I made peace with my dad, and I could have stopped right there, but I'm like, and actually my stomach was on that line too. My stomach was on that line too, like, I don't know, Curtis, I don't. And then after I had that beer, then I had another one. I felt like I could have like a limited beers. I was like, more alcohol, more alcohol. I need more alcohol. And there was a point I got so drunk that it's the most drunk that I've ever been. I remember like I was walking dizzy, you know. I was talking stupid. I guess I was told that I was being racist to this one guy, and people, and actually my stepmom was like yelling at me at the top of her lungs, saying, you know, Curtis, blah 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 blah, blah 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 blah. And I guess it must not have been all too late because my dad was still up in the house, and I'll never forget. I was standing over by the neighbor's house, and my dad was outside of the garage, and just looking at me. And he said that, "Get in the house now." And all I know is that I just went upstairs on my bed. I just passed out. And when I woke up, I was in deep trouble. There was puke, like, by my bed. So I must have puked in the middle of the night, which actually, I could have died. I could have thrown up in my mouth and died. I really fucked up. So that night could have went. I was in huge ass trouble. I had the worst hangover ever. My mom got on the phone. She didn't know that I was drinking, and she knew that I pushed a drunk dude a few months back, but she didn't know that I was drinking. But yeah, so man, what time is it? It's 11:57. Which is actually not good because I need to be up in like 7 hours. Less than that, actually. One of the keys is having a good night's sleep. But yeah, my dad was pretty pissed. And actually my friend Anton, he was up pretty damn late. I don't know what time this was at, honestly. I might actually look at my phone history, but my dad was still up. But my friend Anton, he was up quite a bit longer, and he had like an hour, 2 hours of sleep, and then he actually had to what you call it, he actually had to work at 6 a.m. So he slept for like 2 hours, and then he slept for 2 hours. Wait, what the fuck was that? But my friend Anton, he slept for 2 hours and then got up for a 8-hour day at work. And I can only imagine how exhausted he was. But his theory was that the hangover didn't settle in or something. I don't even think he said he threw up when he got up. I think he just got up and, you know, got ready for the day. Which that was crazy. That was crazy. But yeah, I had a horrible hangover. I worked at 1 p.m. I think I was working 1 to 9 closing shift, and I called in, and actually people one of the guys wasn't too happy, but I actually planned it that I would call Anton and I would call him and do the call in, you know, whatever, and so I wouldn't have to talk to any bosses or anything, which worked out quite well. But let's actually go back to that. Some history. July 11th and July. Do trouble. Let's do drinking. I'm trying to see, like, what is some. Let's do fireworks. Oh, this is about near it. Whoa, okay. This is July 8th. Man, we went to July. July 4th. Alright, that was my stepmom. Didn't have anything. I'm trying to think of like different like nothing there. So why did man I wait, what Mr. Roberts. Alright, this is good enough. July 16th. We're almost there. July 8th. Oh, there's nothing there. Oh, the message is deleted after that point. I think I might have did a message delete. Oh no, I think I can access it. Oh, this is June. I don't think. Whoops. I'm trying to like see like history of. Oh, here it is. July 4th, and this was at 10:07 p.m. Your aunt was willing to take you to her house and let you sleep there, and you turned her down? Wow, Curtis, you just don't understand how many people love and care about you, but you still want to make poor choices. Just so you know, it's the most dangerous night to drive home. It's called drunk drivers. And I told her straight up, I'm seeing that at friend's house. You should go home with your aunt, neighbor. Go home with your aunt. What neighbor? A neighbor helping you make poor choices. Grow up. I think that's about all of the. Not my proudest moment. What I did wrong. what I did wrong, what I regret the most was, I don't regret drinking that night, but I do regret drinking too much. Because I came to an understanding with my dad, and that saying, hey, you know, uh, uh, you are, alright, you know, if you're just going to finish that one right there, cool, you know, and now enjoy the night, you know, and there would have been no consequences. I would have, man, I really fucked up. But I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one who made poor choices like that, so. If I am giving any recommendations to any teens or any new drinkers, first of all, this is not legal advice. So, I mean, this, I'm not responsible to any stupid decisions that you're making that could potentially break the law. And actually, on 4th of July, me and Anton started walking towards downtown. I don't know what is up with walking downtown late at night, and I made some poor decisions during that walk. Let's just say that way, and I'm not going to get into that. A police officer actually went past us, and he was telling me, Anton was telling me, like I said before, he is a very protective one. He said that I'm doing all the talking. If he stops, I'm doing all the talking, and luckily he didn't. But I was thinking, you know, because first of all, it would end both of us. It would really end him more. Wait, no. He was 21 already at that point, so he would have been fine actually. But if the police stopped him, and if he wasn't 21 yet, he would have a hard time going into the service, which he wanted to do, not anymore. Me, I would be in trouble because, you know, I'm under 21 and I'm drinking. So I'm like, hey, you know, we would running be a smart option? Because at that point, if we ran a certain direction, we could get back to our neighborhood, and like I said before, I know my neighborhood quite well. I could possibly sneak around and manage to get home without being seen or whatever. But if you do run, you better make it, because if you don't, now you're just running from an officer, and that's another charge that you don't want. So, but yeah, I'm now able to drink under my dad's supervision, or not really under my dad's supervision, but I'm on a 2-drink limit ever since my birthday. Which actually I am 20 now. Here's the thing, you know, if I was moved out and I have my own place, you know, and say I visited his house, obviously I could drink whatever I want, but really, there's no excuse, you know. A 2-drink limit is fine. A 2-drink limit is completely fine. Alright guys, I'm wrapping it up, and I'm going to definitely have to delete this video. I give out way too many secrets in this episode. Till next time.